Thanks so much for joining us for our 9 o'clock hour. I'm Brandy Cummings.
And I'm Mike Cherry. It is a KCRA 3 weather impact day in the capital city. Seeing some light rain, but there's another round of showers and strong wind expected to hit later on this afternoon.
In the Sierra, snow is falling. Some areas are even seeing whiteout conditions. Officials say do not travel unless you absolutely have to. And there are some dangerous road conditions in the valley as well. We're going to show you a live look at Scott Road. That's just south of White Rock Road. Deer Creek has overflowed and even more wet weather is on the way. That flooding will only get higher. So for more on what we're expecting, let's head over now to meteorologist Dirk Verdorn.
That's what I emphasize that yes, we are seeing some flooding, and Deer Creek at Scott Road is one place where there is a monitor there. And so as far as the creeks go, that's the only place that I'm seeing that's monitored where we are getting some flooding. And it's just minor flooding. We've got about an inch of water on the roadway there at Scott Road. Other spots, Dry Creek looking pretty average. We're seeing it rising, but it's not even at monitor stage yet. So I think we're going to be fine in most of the creeks. Arcade Creek as well as Dry Creek, and that's going to be the case again through the morning. Big River's also looking pretty good. Not a problem, but they are full. They're very full. But we've had a lot of rainfall this morning. Boy, since midnight, we've had almost an inch in Modesto, over an inch and a quarter in Stockton, over an inch in Sacramento. Yuba City's had over an inch. Look at that, over an inch and a quarter in Oroville. So some pretty impressive numbers so far. Vacaville, almost 2¼ inches. Over an inch in Quincy, some good numbers there. Arnold, over an inch, almost a quarter there, and almost an inch and a half in Sonora. So we've had some decent rain. Now this is going to turn more showery for the valley, but I think the Sierra, especially with the snow, it's still going to come down pretty steady through the morning and then turn a little bit more showery as we get into the afternoon. So that means we're going to have some significant snowfall accumulations throughout the day today. While we still have some heavy rain around Galt, that's pushing up towards Placerville. Again, Pollock Pines getting some of that heavier rain. Snow levels have been at or above 5,000 feet. So between 5,000 to 6,000 feet is what we've been looking at as far as snow levels. So again, the bulk of the snow has been up above 6,000 feet. Gusty winds, there is a wind advisory. We're looking at most of the winds gusting between 20 to 40 miles per hour. Placerville's a spot that's had some stronger gusts right now at about 41 miles per hour. As we progress through the day today, the chance for rain will still be with us, but as I mentioned, it's going to turn more showery, and we could even see some thunderstorms pop up. Temperatures going to be a little bit more mild, with afternoon daytime highs pushing into the upper 50s, close to 60 degrees. That's what's going on with your weather. We'll have more details about the snow and the rain coming up, but now let's go ahead and take a look at the roads with Brian Hickey in Live Tracker 3.
Yeah, Dirk, right now, westbound Interstate 80, big delays near Taylor Road where they're working to clear up a crash. You can see they're loading this vehicle up onto the flatbed right now. This was involved in a collision involving several vehicles, and one person out of this car had to be extricated by the fire department. You can see how they had to, let this truck pass by, had to cut the door off that vehicle to get that person out of there. So they're getting that loaded up onto the flatbed right now, but in the meantime, they've got 2 lanes blocked. This is westbound 80 at Taylor Road. And once you get past this area, traffic starts to pick back up. But take a look at the Caltrans camera in this area, and you can see the delays back past Taylor Road. In fact, backed up all the way to Highway 65 on this stretch of Interstate 80, where it's red, and it's also impacting southbound 65 for folks trying to get onto westbound 80. Then further down, we had this earlier crash near Greenback. You can see a big rig over on the right-hand shoulder. They have closed the on-ramp from Greenback to westbound 80 while they try to get that truck out of that location there. This was involved in a very serious crash earlier where the big rig actually went from eastbound Interstate 80 into westbound 80, crashing through the center divide and ending up over there on the wall. So those are some of the major delays. 5 and 99 also continue to be slow in this area. So watch out for conditions here. It's wet. We've seen a number of crashes, and the drive time right now out of Elk Grove, we're looking at around 21 minutes. Out of Roseville, 21 minutes on Interstate 80. That's the very latest Live Tracker 3. I'll send it back to you.
Thanks so much. And while that wet weather is a welcome sight for some, it can also be dangerous, as we've seen. In Sacramento County, it's also turned deadly. The driver of a car was killed after a crash with a big rig. This happened at 5 this morning on southbound I-5 near Twin Cities Road. No word yet on what caused this crash. The big rig driver was not hurt. And roads also rather dangerous right now in the Sierra. The snow continues to come down there.
And we do know there's an avalanche warning as well. It started this morning just before 7 a.m. and continues through tomorrow. KCRA 3's Melanie Wingo is up there. She's been up there. And right now, Melanie, tell us where you are and what you're seeing.
We're in Soda Springs. This is around the 6,600 foot elevation mark, and you can see the snow is blowing sideways at this location. The Donner Summit gas station parking lot still coated in snow despite Frank's best efforts to plow things out here. Frank is the guy who runs the place. And what I'm going to do right now is make my way over to this nice young lady here. Thank you for saying, hey, interview me. What are you doing out today?
We're on our way to Reno.
Okay, where are you from and how's the drive been so far?
So we left the San Francisco Bay Area at about 5:45 this morning, and coming up it was really nice until we got past Colfax. And we seemed to be the only people on the road, and eventually it was whiteout conditions right now.
It is whiteout conditions, and are you taking it slow? Do you have all-wheel drive? What is your MO for dealing with conditions like this?
We're lucky to have a nice, big, heavy Toyota truck that has four-wheel drive, so no chains required for us. Most of the people working chain control can see the truck coming, and they just keep us moving as we're driving. But yeah, we're looking forward to having a Valentine's Day weekend in Reno.
And wasn't going to be any storm that was going to stop you from doing that, right?
I thought about it at 3:30 in the morning. I thought about canceling everything, but hey, live your life.
When you're determined.
So let's do this. Look, right. I'm out here and I feel, I mean, to me, I guess it's the adrenaline. It's beautiful.
But I'm guessing you're a trained professional. You guys have done this before.
Many times.
All right. Yes. But for the novice, for people who aren't used to these driving conditions, as we've been talking about here on KCRA3, probably best to sit this one out and maybe stay home today, wait till things clear out on the highway. Those chain controls in effect over the Sierra. And for people driving on the roadways like Donner Pass Road, where we are right now, trying to get in and out of, say, the mountain resorts, plan for just such rough and potentially dangerous conditions out there, especially if you're not experienced with the driving in this type of deep snow and the snow that keeps coming down. So that's the latest up here from Soda Springs. Mike and Brandy, I'll send things back to you now.
And I can tell, Melanie, that woman knows a thing or two about tough sledding. She's a Raiders fan.
Oh, my God.
Couldn't help but notice that. I'm also a Raiders fan. We have to know how to plow ahead.
Yeah, you got to.
Mike, it all comes back to sports with you, doesn't it?
Sports and food. I'm easy.
Got to plow through difficult times
Sports
no matter what.
Melanie, we
Two great
appreciate
things
your live
that
report.
go great together.
Timer now is 9:08. Now, if you do have any rain and snow pictures or video from today's weather, share them with us. Download the KCRA3 app. Once you open up that app, click the upload tab to send them or go to kcra.com/upload. Also in our app, you can turn on those alerts to get severe weather information for your area. Now, that stormy weather has also caused some power issues across our region. Right now, nearly 200 SMUD customers are without power in Sacramento County. The utility company says crews are working to fix that issue. With power outages popping up, make sure you download the KCRA3 app. That way, if you do lose power, you can still get the latest storm updates and watch the live stream of our newscasts.
As Sacramento's Midtown sees a rash of car break-ins, residents are expressing concern. Those living in the area say the break-ins aren't just limited to cars parked on the street. It's also happening to cars in garages. One property manager says they're looking into the break-ins and that they may know who's responsible, but for now, people say they're just frustrated.
It sucks because now I'm like worried about like my actual apartment. Will someone get in there? And just like now I'm really scared about my car again because what if it gets broken into again?
As of now, Sacramento police haven't received more reports of break-ins, but they say, people may just not be reporting them.
The Elk Grove City Council has approved amending an ordinance allowing more alcohol-only businesses in Old Town. The council voted unanimously to double the number of permits from 3 to 6. They say they approved that change because of more lights and more police in the district. The city council has also finally agreed on a new name as well for the zoo that's moving from Sacramento.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, congratulations.
So they've settled on the Elk Grove Sacramento Zoo. The projected cost to build that new zoo, roughly $300 million. If everything stays on track, it could be open by the end of 2029 or sometime in 2030.
Wish I could have shared my thoughts on the naming of the zoo, but 9:10 is your time. Let's talk weather now and head over to meteorologist Dirk Verdon. This is a KCRA3 weather alert day.
It really is, because we have all the rain and the wind and the snow in the Sierra. We saw that with Melanie up there. It's been coming down pretty good. We've had some pretty good rain here in the valley. We're still seeing some spots that are getting some heavy rain. Rancho Cordova is starting to catch a little bit of a break, not coming down quite as heavy. So we'll take a live look here. You can see though it's been still very active. Sacramento 54 degrees, 56 in Stockton, 55 Modesto, and 35 degrees at Lake Tahoe. What does that tell you? It tells you that we have some mild air. These temperatures are running on the warmer side. In fact, Lake Tahoe staying above freezing. Even though it's snowing, that snow is melting once it gets on the roadway. So we need some colder air to help hold on to that snow at some of the lower elevations. But it's holding on. It's sticking over the passes. So we are seeing that accumulation over Donner Summit in the higher spots. And you can see that rain coming down pretty good. But let's go ahead and take a tour starting in the northern Sierra here in Plumas County. Not as much coming down. You can see just a few flurries, some light showers popping up here and there, so the accumulations will be much lighter than what we're seeing here along I-80, where we have the heavy rain translating to that heavy wet snow as it makes its way over Donner Summit. So that's where we're going to see those problems again with it accumulating, building up. Plows are going to have to keep busy here. Along Highway 50, you have the heavy rain in Cameron Park. A little bit of a break in Pollock Pine, or I should say Placerville, but Pollock Pines, it picks up again. And then as you make your way towards Echo Summit, that's where the snow starts to really accumulate. And we are seeing snow levels a little bit lower on Highway 50 as you get between 4,000 to 5,000 feet is where we've been seeing that line. But look at this line of heavy, steady rain through Copperopolis, Sonora, and on towards Murphy's. And this does extend across the valley from Hickman through Turlock and on towards Newman. Modesto, you're starting to see a little bit of a break, but there's more shower activity. There's more rain on the way, especially with this core right here. That's the cold and more unstable air. There's a chance for some thunderstorm activity that's going to be popping up, with the greatest chance being in the valley. So that's what's going on with your weather. Now let's go ahead and see how the roads are looking. I know there's been a lot of accidents this morning. Brian, how are things looking now?
Well, Dirk, we were at the accident westbound 80 at Taylor Road, and now we're getting on to Interstate 80 eastbound at at Riverside, heading back towards Douglas. There's a crash up ahead here, and you can see traffic in this area very slow. We saw several vehicles are over to the right-hand shoulder. Not sure if we're far enough up yet to get a shot, but there you can see some of the flashing lights just coming into your picture. Again, that's going to be just before Douglas. We're at Riverside here, and traffic is not moving very fast. So eastbound 80 now, a major delay. Here's a look at the Caltrans camera back at Taylor Road. That's starting to flow a little bit faster now. After the earlier crash there, they moved all that over to the right-hand shoulder, and that's why we decided to get out of there, where they were able to open up the lanes. But they did have to extricate a person from a car involved in that collision. So westbound continues to be slow back toward the split. Eastbound now slow. And then, as you might have seen earlier, there was a crash near Greenback with a big rig over on the right-hand shoulder. That too has cleared up. So finally some relief for drivers on the westbound side of Interstate 80 once you get past Taylor Road coming into the downtown area. 5 is cleared up nicely. 99 still a little slow right as you're approaching the connector with Highway 50. So your travel times, the only route with a significant delay right now is Interstate 80, 16 minutes from 65 down to the split. But back here live in Live Tracker 3, we are not getting anywhere very fast trying to get up to that collision, but we'll get you an update as soon as we get up there. Back to you.